city and fought some hill giants. West got a 3-head quota. He got his 3-head quota. Then you continued on your way and encountered the Ashen Order Reborn, 3 knights that were preparing for the tournament, and made it to the city gates with a day and a half to spare before the tournament begins. So it's the start of day 16. There are light clouds today. So you get back to the city. What do you want to do?
Figure out about how Wes is going to get his 3-head quota in a peaceful city.
Yeah, I'd just have to go to the Adventurers Guild and track down some scum and filth that just have.
I would like to try and make contact with the Thieves Guild. I, though, do not actually remember the name of the person we're supposed to be looking for.
All right, so Hurry Shadow Knife or whatever, Tabaxi Rogue Guy told you that his name was Arno Nye and that he hung out somewhere near the docks. That's all you know.
All right, well, I'm heading to the docks.
All right.
Which I'm just looking at the river. I'm not really sure what the docks would be.
So
would it be that?
Yes. While you're doing that, what are the rest of you doing?
I want to make a mask.
Make a mask?
Yeah.
Out of what?
Like mask material.
Like a cloth mask?
Yeah, no, something maybe like I know, like cloth mask. It goes over the eyes and there's like 2 holes in it.
Okay, so you want to look like this guy.
Let me look here. Fuck.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think you have an order that's ready for pickup at the tailor.
I know. And
So
I can't wait.
You could probably have that made there as well if you wanted it to be made of similar material. I mean, you have I believe you have a spider silk cape or something in your loot pile as well. So all right, well, think about where you want to get your mask made. Let me know. And Savik, what are you doing?
I'm okay with also going to the docks to look for the sneaky guy too.
Okay. All right, so is everybody going to the docks?
I think if we're gonna meet the sneaky guy, and he's part of the Thieves Guild, right?
Maybe.
I don't want the Thieves Guild to know who I am.
All right, so you're not going?
No, I'm gonna go. They can't know who I am.
Do you have a disguise kit or anything?
No, I don't have that.
I mean, you're gonna have to figure something out then.
I have disguise self with spell.
Okay, I mean, you can use that.
Okay.
I swear, I don't know why Sorry.
I'll do that as a random human, but it's not random. I'll tell you who it is later. When I go to the tail.
Well, I can't find my dock map. Shit. I know it's here somewhere. We might just narrate it for now, boys. Oh, here it is. Let me just make sure it doesn't have a bunch of bullshit on it. It does have a bunch of bullshit on it. All right. I'm gonna have, can you guys gather? I'll gather you. Oh boy. Savik, I don't know where the hell you are.
I casted invisible.
Are you not on the map?
No. No, I don't think so.
Shit. Let me
Look,
grab you.
I see
Blind
a
motherfuckers.
racetrack. Oh, there I am.
Oh, yeah, I see you.
I'm right by the racetrack.
I will tell you that it was a little bit easier to see everything on the other map. Yeah, nice. All right, off to the docks. All right, you guys are going to be middle, northwestern portion of the map, out right below the picture. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta move some of these guards around because I thought I had this map set up, but
If
okay.
anyone's seen him.
Give me a minute here to get some more of these tokens out here, and you can ask away. These guys actually need to be here.
So I'm just gonna walk around as this nondescript person that we've all seen before.
A totally normal human.
Yeah, somebody we've encountered before.
Is Jerry Stanley from that up there on that place? There, or is that?
Oh yeah, that's theirs. That's their stuff.
In a world where magic exists, it would, I mean, you know, I don't know.
Listen, I just don't want them to get too close to me and start breathing on me. It's uncomfortable.
I got you.
waiting for?
No, you guys are good to act. However,
Okay, well, I would like to find a dock worker and maybe try to find somebody that looks a little speedy, if you will. Maybe somebody that's bald dock worker that looks a little speedy. Do I see anybody like that?
probably not from down the stairs.
Oh, are they up this? Okay. Oh,
This
that's
is
what's going on.
actually those don't look like those look more like a log ramp, if you ask me.
Oh no. Well, I'll pick up the spears again.
Sorry, the grid's a little janked on this one for some reason.
Man, all these twists and turns, man. Really
You're right.
keep me on the edge.
You're right. Got to keep you on the edge of your seat, buddy.
Yeah, do I see anybody that might loosely match the description?
Somebody shady?
Yeah, with the bald, with like a bald cut, maybe a scar on the eye. You know the look.
Sure, sure. Well, directly ahead of you. So, the first thing you see is this mechanism. It looks to be a crane of some sort that can move along a track. Ahead, there's a galleon, like a mid-sized warship at anchor, and there are several guards stationed around the ship. So to your right, you can see you hear a cacophony of hammering and sawing and men barking orders at each other as they're working on another ship here up on a dry dock. Further down from you to the left is a dock worker's shop and general store. Then there's a outdoor tavern and a small restaurant and meeting area. And of course, the dock is littered with several other smaller boats, schooners, and I don't really know too much about boats, honestly. Boats.
Is the restaurant called Secret?
No, but I've been there and it was fun.
Me too.
You've been there, yeah. You guys liked it?
Yeah, I didn't know what I was getting into, and then it was like, oh shit.
Yeah, same.
Very different. Just kind of stumbled into it, and I was like, okay, I know why people go get in the trash pile.
Dude, that guy's making tens of $millions a year. That's one of the most popular spots down there.
It's been there for a long time.
Yeah, I remember they were going to it when I was a kid. Like a young kid. Anyway, so that's what fills your field of view. So you don't see anybody immediately in front of you, but there are some dock workers over here, some guards.
Okay.
You could check out the interior of some of these buildings if you wish. And of course, there's a tavern over here, which is always a good source of information.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and walk over towards the tavern, and I'm going to have my owl. He's going to find a nice little perch up on one of these cranes, and he's just going to stay put there.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we want to go to the tavern place and get some info.
Okay. Man, I wonder. I'll get this map fixed up for next time. It's a little janked up here. All right, Savik. So you walk across the hardwood of the boardwalk panel of the docks. I don't even know if I'm saying that correctly. And let me get some bard music.
Is the tavern called Tom Carto's?
Tom Carto's Tavern.
Perfect. I even see the name of it outside.
Yeah. bard. He's a male half elf. He's stringing this tune on his lute. And yeah, I mean, for the middle of the day, most of the patrons, it's kind of early in the day. Most of the patrons are, shoremen or dock workers that are off duty and trying to start their day with a cold pint and a decent breakfast. There is a gnome bartender working the bar over here, and several wenches traveling throughout the outdoor tavern as you enter. Also, there's a lady with a broom.
All right. I'm gonna walk over to the bard, and I'm gonna go ahead and start singing a sea shanty. I'm gonna put some lyrics on top of his lute playing.
All right, let me grab a bard here. I seem to have forgotten one of those. We'll just have him over here. I don't know. All right, so you're going to start singing some sea shanties.
Yep.
He nods at you while he strums his lute as you start singing, and he says, "What do we say to the drunken sailor?"
What do we say to the drunken sailor?
And he says, "What do you do with him?" Early in the morning. And then the other guys in the tavern started singing the song. And they start banging the bottoms of their flagons and stamping their feet to the beat while you guys start singing this sea shanty about the drunken sailor. Sea panties. That's not what I said, but okay.
Well, I have the whole bar laughing with me right now, right?
You're not even at the bar, sir. You need to move.
No, I'm telling them sea panties, and it's the funniest thing they ever heard.
Oh. Well, I'm not sure if they've ever heard of that before. The guy in front of you here gives you a strange look. He says, "What's a sea panty?" Oh, God. That's what you want to do. Can't say that. It's going to be on YouTube. Sea shanties, yes.
Sea panties. How hard is he laughing right now?
Maybe he gives you a little chuckle. He says, these jokes would go down a lot easier with another pint.
Okay. I say okay and stare at him.
He stares back expectantly and looks at the bar. He nods at it. He says, "Well, You just said you were buying a round for the whole bar, didn't you?
I'm gonna do a scan of the room. Are there any ladies here?
Yes.
Drinking?
This lady is drinking. This lady is sweeping, and this lady is carrying a tray of food.
Okay, well, I hope they don't have workplace policies about drinking that are strict, so I'll buy a round for all the ladies.
Just for the ladies, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, wait, I'm in disguised health. Wait, they're not gonna know it's me.
What a dilemma.
Yeah, how can I can't do something good if I can't take credit for it, right? That's called charity, when you do something while everybody's watching.
Oh my God.
All right, well, whatever. I'll buy the whole floor a drink then, I guess. Just whatever that everybody's having, we'll just have another one, and I'll have a water with lemon.
A water with lemon. All right. So you go over to the gnome bartender, and his name is Tozier Heavy Pour. And he reaches over and he rings this bell, and the patrons of the bar raise their mugs and cheer. And he says, next round here is on this totally ordinary human.
Yeah, I don't look out of the ordinary at all.
So he lines up these flagons and pours them out, and he's got a heavy pour there, and you ask for water with lemon, and he kind of crinkles up his eye and looks at you and pulls a lime out from under the table, slices it, and sticks the lime in there.
Okay.
He says, you'll drink what I give you, laddie. Then he tells you it's going to be 8 pieces.
Okay, 8 pieces, and then I'll tip them as well.
Okay. All right, so you flip him a coin, and he takes it, nods at you, and says, thanks, stranger.
I might want to talk to him. I'll talk to him unless someone else wants to do something. No.
Okay. I think Kyle is still oh no, he just got back. All right, so Gallandan is talking to the bartender. So what about Savick and Gradius?
I guess I'm just gonna be standing at the back of the bar, looking around.
Okay. Let me know if you want to interact with any of the patrons or anything like that.
I'm gonna have my owl do a perception check on the docks and sort of just scan things, look over the people that are coming to and from.
Okay. 10. All right. So here's what your owl can discern with a 10. There are guards stationed around this warship. They bear the royal crest of Auralis for House Arendar. Over here, if you can hear what your owl can hear, you'd pick up on some different conversations in different dialects. Seems like they're speaking a bit of Dwarvish over here and some broken Elvish in addition to the common tongue. From this door here into the dock workers shop, general store, you can see a couple cloaked figures coming in and out.
Cool.
And let me see what else. That'd be about it with a 10.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of start walking the docks here a little bit, and check out the cloaked figures a little bit coming out of the
Okay.
out
There
of the
should
general
actually
store.
be 2 of them.
I want to
forgot
bid
put
the bard farewell and asked if he's heard about the masked vigilante or how.
You're gonna ask him if he heard about any vigilantes.
No. If he knows about Bruce Wainwright being a vigilante justiciar by night.
Oh, he says, Lord Wainwright? He says, no, you got the wrong guy. He says, you're Wayne wrong about that. Lord Wainwright wouldn't be down here in the mud commoners.
All
He's the
right.
second richest man in the kingdom.
I'm going to go ahead and continue walking towards the general store.
Okay.
Keeping a bit of an eye on the cloaked figures walking out.
Okay. So as you make your way past the store, you can see that there's one cloaked figure. He's wearing a black cloak with studded leather armor. He's got a crossbow slung across his back and carries a long sword. And his arms are crossed, and you can't see his face, but you kind of get the feeling like he's watching you as you approach.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to go ahead into the general store then.
Okay. All right, so you start to make your way in there, and he's going to shoot his arm in front of the door. And he raises his head to look at you, and you can see he's human. And he says, where do you think you're going?
I'm going to look at him and reply, I'm going into the general store.
He says, and what's your business?
General business.
What's that?
General business.
Monkey business.
All right, well, he lowers his arm, and he says, you see any suspicious activity, you let me know.
I'll be sure and do that.
He nods at you and lowers his head again.
I'll tip my hat to him as he's walking out.
All right, so you come into the general store here, see another cloaked figure. And as you come in, he's having a conversation with the shopkeeper and another person, a woman who you could assume to be the shopkeeper's wife. And he says, I'm telling you, Toho, if you know anything, you'd better tell me now. And Toho, who must be this guy that he's talking to, kind of stammers and shakes his head. And he's kind of a heavy-set guy, so his cheeks jowl a little bit and wiggle as he shakes his head. And he says, I'm telling you honest, I don't know nothing. I haven't seen nothing. And this guy here in the black cloak and the studded leather armor steps up and leans on the table, and he says, if you're lying, I'll know. And what's worse is the Grand Master will know. So you think about that when you're answering my questions. And Toho over here raises a hand, and he says, hand to the words. He says, I told you everything I know. I got nothing to do with that business. And this cloaked figure says, we'll see about that. And then he seems to glance over and notice you, and kind of clears his throat and steps back and gestures at the counter. Apologies, by all means. And he leans back against the wall.
All right. Well, I'll go ahead and approach the shopkeeper, and I'll ask him. I'll first greet him with a good morning, and what do you have? Like, I'm just browsing right now. What do you have here at the general store?
Well, he says, "Oh well, we got a little bit of everything for those going out on the North Sea and joining His Majesty's Navy. But we sell to the journeymen too. Depends on what you're looking for. He's got a little bit of everything here. It's a general store."
Okay. Well, okay. I'll just say, don't mind me. I'm just browsing and just looking for now. So I'll continue to just wander around the store and look at what he has for sale.
Okay. Yeah, so he's a wide variety of general goods, some kits, alchemical supplies, herbalist supplies. Let me see. Casks of water, rations, simple weapons, some martial weapons, a couple range weapons. So it's just your typical general store.
All right. I'll continue walking around and checking things out. Are the other two guards, are they still outside, or have they kind of wandered off?
Yeah, so the one's outside, but as you walk by the one that was making contact, he stands up from the wall and approaches the shopkeeper again, and this time speaks in a much more hushed tone
All right.
and continues his conversation. And you can probably hear from where you're at where he just says again, the Grandmaster.
All right. Well, I'll go ahead and leave the store and start heading back to the docks,
Okay.
or to the tavern.
Okay.
I'm gonna have my owl, however, fly over closer to where the conversations.
Okay.
I'm gonna have him fly kind of up on top of the roof and just kind of hang out there.
Okay, so this man is investigating the disappearance of two men who were posted there to guard His Majesty's frigate, which you can see is at anchor here. They disappeared a few nights ago and failed to report in. The Grand Master has charged the man to investigate. He claims that Toho is in contact with the guild and he's asking for a little cooperation and threatens to take him to the Shadow Tower. Now, you might not know what that is, but with meta knowledge, you know that the Shadow Tower is the headquarters of the Shade.
Okay. Shadow Tower. So is that essentially is the Shade acting as the Thieves Guild, or is that a separate entity in this?
The Shade is a separate entity. They're more of
They're the Assassins Guild, basically.
yeah.
Okay.
They're more of assassins, intel, spy networks, things like that. They take care of a lot of bounty hunting as well.
Okay.
So yeah, separate entity.
All right. All right, I'll go ahead and start making my way back to the tavern. Of course, having my owl keep a keen ear on the conversation that they have. If someone else wants to go, they're more than welcome to.
Okay. Gradius, we haven't heard from you. What are you up to?
I'm just gonna look around the bar and see if I notice somebody that might be a little shady.
Okay. Well, in the bar there are 3 humans, a female human, 4 humans, 3 male, 1 female, a half elf woman here. This woman cleaning looks like she could be human, but you're a little far away. The bard is a half elf, and the bartender is a gnome. Is that your perception check?
Yeah, to see like if there might be somebody I see would fit like the description that the Tabaxi gave it, or not Tabaxi, the what was he?
The
I think you're right. I think he was
yeah,
a
he was a
Tabaxi, right?
tabaxi. Yeah.
Oh, was he Tabaxi?
Yeah.
Yeah, sitting there second guessing myself.
Okay. The description he gave you for Arno Nye was, oh, what was it? Let me look. Was that he was a male half elf.
What'd you say? I'm sorry, my wife just came down.
That's
and
right.
didn't really
That
hear.
he, you know, that Arno Nye is a male half elf, and not much else.
Oh yeah, I didn't see anybody in here matching that description.
No, it's mostly humans. The bard is a half elf, but other than that, it's mostly humans. There's a female. Excuse me. There's a female half elf here.
I'm gonna go up to her and ask her if she knows of this other half elf.
Arno Nye, the sneaky guy. Yeah, give me one
Yeah.
sec. Give me one sec. Hello? Hey, I'm good, Dad. How are you?
Broke my continuity though.
Yeah, I'm sure it did. Fucking Stormwind hose. Okay, so you go up to this female half elf. She's got dark skin and red hair, and she's surprised to see you when you walk up, and she just kind of looks down at you and says, "Hello." Hello.
What would you say? There's a lot of background noise in my
Is
house
there?
right now.
Oh, I said she's surprised when you walk up to her and she looks down at you and says, "Hello."
Yeah, I want to ask her if she knows our sneaky boy we're trying to reach.
All right, so you go up and you're gonna name drop.
Yeah.
She scratches her chin and
The
says, "No,
sneaky
can't
guy.
say I've heard of him."
Okay.
She says, "What's this about?"
I'm just gonna say that we have some mutual friends, and I was trying to get in contact with him before the tournament.
She raises an eyebrow and she says, "Well, maybe go down to the dock workers and see what they might know."
I'm gonna thank her for her information and tip her a gold coin.
So she takes the gold coin from you and kind of beams a smile. And as you go to walk away, she grabs you by the arm and she warns you. She says, "Be careful throwing that name around here."
I'm gonna ask her why she says that.
She looks around to her left and right and then leans a little closer and in a hushed whisper says, "Some folk have been going missing from the docks." And the king hasn't been taking too kindly to these disappearances. So the authorities are poking around. You don't want to end up in the Shadow Tower, do you?
I would prefer not to.
She nods at you and she says, "You're a smart dwarf. Just be careful."
She wants the D, and by D I mean dwarf.
Are you doing
my God.
anything, Galley boy?
I wanna ask the gnome barkeep. Shit, I forgot what I was gonna ask, but yeah, I wanted to ask him useful information. Something that would be useful to what we're doing.
Can you be more specific?
No, I'm sorry. I can roll some dice though.
Okay, roll some dice.
Sounds like he wants
Okay.
general questions.
Okay. Yeah, I want to see if I can get some information. I'm an old friend of, I'm not going to name drop, but I know there's somebody important. He's really sneaky. He's a sneaky guy. And I'm just an old friend trying to catch up. Nothing that'll come back to anybody here.
All right, so Tozier Heavy Pour is drying out a tankard, and he sets it down and grabs another one and starts cleaning it again. And he looks up at you and he says, "Well, I wish I could help you, friend, but I think a few coins could jog my memory."
Okay, well, I'll order another water with lemon. And then tip him nicely.
What's a nice tip?
This dick.
One gold coin. I'll show him real quick. Well, tell you something, Sonny.
Oh my God. All right. All right, so you tip him a gold coin, and he takes it, he bites it a little bit and slides it into his pocket. And he says, "Might know a thing or two," he says, "but you'd be better off coming back after dark. Too many folk around during the day, if you know my meaning."
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. I'll act totally cool. Not suspicious at all.
Just a totally ordinary human guy.
Yeah. Nothing out of the ordinary. Nothing to see. Nothing you see here will be suspicious to get any attention. Okay. I guess that's what I'll get. All the information I'll get out of that guy.
Okay. All right, so anybody want to go next?
Well, I guess we should wait till nighttime now that we know that he won't be around till the evening.
Is that the plan?
Well, that's my plan if nobody else has anything.
How many hours until? Well, I guess it's morning, so there's a full day of just, I guess, waiting for the
Yeah, did you want to continue to wait at the docks, or did you want to go through the city and try and find your way back? Or
I think I might venture off into King's Garden for a while.
okay,
Are we what time? Do we have a specific time and what we have to be back?
are you asking me?
Yeah. Or just the nighttime in general.
He just said, "Come back after dark."
Okay. All right.
I mean, if you guys want to go explore the city, you can. I don't really have a whole lot to do in the city.
Well, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna stay here?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay here, sipping on rum and cokes, waiting to see a half elf that looks shady.
Okay. Gallon Dan, what are you gonna do?
I'll try to get over to the tailor before the sky itself wears off, if possible. If not, I can. I think I got another spell slot left. And then come back at shit. I'm gonna come back at nighttime and it looks like a different person, unless. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking I'll go along with you guys, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. I have an appointment with the what's his name, Hambleton.
Hambleton.
Tom B.
Right.
Hamilton.
But first, I need to stop by like a Don Morton's barracks or garrison.
Okay.
Yeah. Just real quick.
All right. Well, if you wanted to meet with the City Watch, you could go to a City Watch barracks, which is located near the gate, or you could go report to the Dawn Wardens. They're a little bit easier to find as they're spread throughout the city. For example, you could report to one of the bridge guards in front of the Citadel. You could find your way down into the Temple District, or of course to the military quarter, where the Dawn Warden headquarters is located in the north.
Okay. What I want to do is steal at the barn.
Oh,
And I would like to try to size up where would be the best place to do that. Just reach in, grab something, and go. Preferably, don't be seen or harm anybody. Oh, you know what?
Steal his ukulele.
Wait a minute. That won't even be necessary. That won't be necessary.
why is that?
That won't be necessary. Okay. Wherever the nearest Dawn Morton place is where, your normal soldiers hang out.
That would be the military quarter to the north.
Okay. A quick trip, please. I would like to go there real quick.
Okay.
I guess I follow him.
I need to pick up my uniform.
Do you have a tabard?
Dawn Morton tabard?
Yes.
No, not from my notes.
Okay. So
I
are you
don't
just
think
going to try to enlist?
I don't think John's character is going to be very happy about this one. Too worried.
Well, John's character is just asleep in the tavern right now.
Oh, you're saying he had too much to drink?
I'm saying that he's tired from the journey back. He had to fly most of the way.
Sounds to me like he had too much to drink.
Could be.
I was just gonna follow Dave to it.
I'm gonna make this quick.
Okay, well, you can start making your way there.
Okay, you said it was north. I think I see a big building.
This is the
Oh,
Dawn
my-
Ward headquarters.
That's exactly what I was looking at. Where's my character at? Please. I gotta zoom out to find my guy. Oh, thank you. Oh my god, I've been looking for him. Okay, I will travel here.
How long does the
Um,
guy's stealth last?
An hour.
All right, well, you're going to be pushing it to get up there in an hour.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I think it's an hour. Let me check it out here.
Are you on your mount?
Yeah.
Okay, well, then you can make it no problem if you're mounted.
Hi, Jenny. Yeah, it's 1 hour. Okay. Well, I will dismount and I will tell somebody to just stow my mount out of sight of this place, of the
Oh, you don't think the Dawn Wardens are gonna be fans of the Night Saber mount?
They might be envious.
yeah. I don't know if you have a map or if we can kind of do theater of mind or
I don't have
with
a
my
map. I don't have a map
Okay.
for this yet.
That's absolutely fine, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk right in there.
Okay. All right. So as you approach, there is a wall around the headquarters. It's about 30 feet tall, and there are sentries posted outside. And well, they look like this. And as you approach, they lower their halberds between the gate and ask, "What's your business, citizen?"
Oh, I'm not a citizen. I am Carson Butler. I need to pop in here real quick.
For what reason?
I'm a soldier here.
You're a soldier.
Yes, sir.
Very well. Insignia, please.
Well, that's the problem. I seem to have lost it.
They exchange a look and look at you disapprovingly. Lost your insignia, have you, soldier?
Yeah, so long story short, I was on the road. I was making sure the goblins they were making repairs on the road. This is kind of embarrassing, but I had to go to the bathroom, and I came back, and one of them, I caught the glimpse of one of them swallowing the insignia. And being the good soldier I am, I just didn't. I wanted to kill him, but outright, but I didn't. And well, anyway, that's just the short version of it. But I think he ate it, and so I need to get in here real quick and get another insignia as well as if possible. But I also have some quick business to tend to. I need to run to my quarters real quick.
Huh. They say, very well, what division are you? What army?
I don't know that.
You say you don't know?
No, I'm saying that right now at the table. I'm saying, I don't know that.
Well,
Oh, well, it's really urgent. I need to get in here. I don't have, I don't want to say I don't have time for that. I want to say, please let me in. I'm about to have, explosive diarrhea again.
Dude, I will shit right here in front of you.
It's really bad. It's urgent.
well, they motion you across the yard and say, go use the facilities in one of the other buildings then. I'm not about to let you into the headquarters condition. You should know, soldier, that if you're reporting to headquarters, you report with your name, division, and army. Unless you're not who you say you are, which in that case, I would be happy to escort you to the Iron Keep.
Oh, don't you recognize me?
No.
I don't think he was stationed here. Well, okay, I'll go relieve myself somewhere else. If you're gonna be a dick about it, and I'll leave.
Depending on what you want to do, I mean, you can still try and report somewhere else, but you might have some issues getting into headquarters.
Yeah, there might be another building that's more relaxed. Headquarters would have been good though.
I'm not even really sure what he's trying to do.
If you want, you could try a history check to deduce more about the Dawn Wardens, their military structure.
Okay. What's that gonna do? I mean, what do I have for that? Let's see.
Well,
Intelligence.
if you roll high enough, you may be able to find out some information that you can use to perhaps bluff.
All right, this is a magic D, just a D20 with nothing on it. Plain. No pickles, no tomatoes, no ketchup, mustard, none of that. Hey, here we go. Did it roll?
Oh my God. Well, you don't know much.
Well, I'm gonna yell my exit strategy.
This is one of those situations where if John was here, he would actually be able to assist with this because he was in the army.
Yeah, I need the mic now. Oh, I'm trying to do it. Okay, well, would they take kindly to a persuasion check?
Look, I know you just told me no, but here's a better argument.
Yeah, you can try it. What's your argument going to be?
Me, try persuasion. Yeah, I didn't really think this through. I just kind of thought they'd let me walk in.
Well, How well do you think that works in actual military bases?
I don't know. I thought if I just looked like,
I thought I could just look like a human. They all look the same.
private, private jet and just walk in there and it'd be good to go. Okay, well,
Private
maybe
jet.
I don't like this sport. It seems too uppity.
You gotta be a private PD, bro.
It's the Dawn Warden headquarters in the city, bro. Maybe if you had some sort of identification or some idea about the military structure.
Maybe if you knew anything about the Dawn Wardens at all.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know anything.
that might help. Yeah.
Look, that's how much I know about them.
A one?
A one. You know they are a military force.
You've heard they've been in a battle once before.
Yeah, they were in a battle somewhere. They fought something. Okay.
Just,
I was
you
really
should just go
hoping-
up to the guy and be like, "You remember that battle we were in? You know that one time?"
I was really hoping that you would have rolled really high so I could go on a 10-minute lore dump about Dawn Wardens over the last 25 years.
Look, we're both disappointed tonight.
No one is more disappointed than I am.
Well, here, let me try a history check.
Yeah, man, somebody could have assisted you.
I got a
Five.
5.
All right, with a 5, here's what you know. The Dawn Wardens are the military order within Auralis. They have a rich and storied history and have protected the kingdom since the days of King Valos, the first king, the conqueror. Yeah, you get 5 sentences. You get a paragraph. In their history, they've fought many battles and have seen few defeats, despite the loss of their king in the Northlands some 25 years ago.
You know, I know a guy that would beg to differ about the few defeats because I remember some giants whooping their ass.
Yeah, I mean, but they're more big picture thinkers, you know. So what was I going to say? Here's the big one. After the last war against the giants, commonly known as the last war within Auralis, the army was reorganized into the first and second armies that are each under the command of a field marshal. So first army group and second army group. I think that's pretty generous for a 5.
I think it's because the DM wanted to talk about.
Yeah, I did.
I share none of this with Gallandan.
Maybe you find a plaque. You find a nice plaque with information on it.
Here's what I really need to know is how does Dawn Wardens pay for stuff?
How do they?
You know, it's because the king doesn't pay him on time. That's
Right.
for sure.
What are you talking about, dude? How do what stuff?
Well, you know, they have like a war chest. Is it like do they exchange coins for stuff, or do they have like IOUs? Or is there some kind of an agreement with like this or that? Like, oh, you'll get your supplies in 7 days, and we need 10 new gloves made, that kind of stuff.
All right, I gave this some thought, prior to the campaign. And what I came up with was a portion of the tax that is paid to the crown, a certain amount goes into the war chest for maintaining the Royal Army, and that's both First and Second Armies. And as you can imagine, over these last 25 years of peace, the war chest has continued to grow steadily and steadily. Also, I guess you'd have to learn a little bit about the imports, exports from within the Kingdom of Aralis. If you want to know about that, I could talk about that a little bit too. But to answer your question, the big thing is, it comes from a portion of the tax paid to the crown.
And that's collected in the form of coins?
Yeah, I mean, so primarily coin is preferred, but they also take payment in,
Sexual
valuables
favors.
such as gems and, yeah, wink, wink.
I'm sure you can wave this one away.
Yeah.
Are
No.
Are you sure there's nothing we can work out?
So primarily coin, gemstones, and other valuables can be paid as well.
Okay.
And that's all paid direct to the crown, and then the Treasury Service just divvies out,
Well, guys, I'm going to need a really high persuasion roll for what I'm trying to do.
Oh God. Guess we're fighting some Dawn Wardens.
Holy shit.
He was possessed. We had to kill him.
Good luck.
Well, I'm going to walk away. And since that didn't go as planned, I'm just going to continue with the what I was going to do next regardless. I just might
Just
need
walk
like
through
a
the
help.
front door.
Yeah, I have my headphones on. I can't hear if there are objections.
So,
So,
do you want to know a little bit about the other buildings in this quarter?
sure. Yeah.
This is the Dawn Warden headquarters. Stationed over here is an armory. These are administrative buildings, and then these are barracks.
Oh, shit. That's an administration building?
Yeah, right here. This building back here, I need to look at my guide real quick, and I'll get back to you. But this is also the Halls of Remembrance, which, as you guys know from the one shot that we did, is it's where King Varn is laid to rest, and also it was constructed to commemorate all the lives that were lost in the last war in the North.
Oh, perfect. Okay. I want to sneak into the administration building.
Okay. All right, I don't have a map for this either, but so you go in, it's a stone building, and kind of has a layout of a small keep. So you go in through a portcullis and through a common area and into the back, which would be, instead of a grand hall, it's just a giant administrative
Wait.
office. Is it guarded?
Yeah, can I just walk in? Is that?
Yes, you can just walk in here. There are guards outside, but they don't stop you.
Okay.
Wow.
So you go in, and like I said, you walk through portcullis and into a common area, and further back through another large set of double doors, where the Great Hall would be in this small keep. Instead, it's just filled with tables and stations, and there are Dawn Wardens sitting around each one working on paperwork. And as you enter, someone looks up at the far end of the hall. He's a half elf with blonde hair, short blonde hair, and spectacles, and he snaps his fingers at you and says, "Next."
Okay.
Sorry, did you want to do something before that? 'Cause you don't have to listen to him right away.
Hey, is there like Don Wardens in here being? Okay.
Yeah, so let me how do I want to describe it? Think of it as like a part recruitment office, part of places where other high-ranking officers work throughout the day.
Yeah.
So, but you can come here. Part of this is for recruitment. So anybody who wants to join can come here. So I don't know if that's too much info or not.
So I need a parchment and an official seal.
Oh, are you gonna walk up to the table?
Yeah, they said next, right? Are they talking to me or? No?
Yeah. He snapped his fingers at you twice and motioned with his hand to come on over. So you go up and he's like I said, he's a blonde half elf. He's got short hair and slicked back, and he's wearing spectacles, and he's writing with a quill and parchment. As you walk up, he looks up at you and he says, "Say again."
Okay, so I'm an ordinary-looking human with the tabard on. My appearance is that of a soldier.
Oh, you disguised yourself with the tabard. Oh, I didn't know
Yeah.
that. You told me that,
Oh,
but that's fine.
okay. Yeah, so I need a blank parchment with the official seal on it.
He nods at you and grabs a piece of parchment and says, "For what purpose?"
Headquarters needs a letter. Headquarters. I don't have time to explain, but I have time to roll up. It's very urgent. I got my I'll come in like this. It's very urgent. I got my supervisor breathing down on me next. He told me, he just yelled at me to get a parchment. I didn't ask why because he would go off on me again. It's been a really hectic day. I just want to go home. I just want to go to the bar and unwind.
All
and
right.
I'll just act like I'm out of breath.
All right. So when you're halfway through that, and he pats the air with his hands and sets his quill down, he says, "Relax, relax. All right. Name, rank, division, and army unit. Or name, rank, division, and army. I need to keep it in the log. Can't just give out
Okay.
seals to everyone."
Yeah, name is Carson Butler.
Rank?
Rank is, corporal.
Go on, corporal. Division?
I thought you were a stone guard.
Division 4.
4th Division. Army? Army group?
Yeah.
Yeah. He looks up at you annoyed. He says, "Do you serve under Lightfoot or Mournhold?"
Mournhold.
Mournhold. He scribbles that down and he says, "What? I didn't think he had any men in the capital." "No worries." And he says, "Next time, don't forget your signet ring." So he scribbles down your information. I'm just leaving that up there so I don't forget.
Thank you.
He takes the parchment and dips a wax seal in blue wax and stamps it with the emblem of the Dawn Wardens and gives it to you. And he says, "Have a good day, Corporal. Remember that ring next time."
Let me just make sure I had the name right.
Oh, that's the dude you met on the road.
Carson Buckler. I said Butler. Buckler. Yeah, Buckler.
That's
But
fine.
that's fine. Close enough.
Yeah. This guy probably sees 100 people a day or more.
Awesome. I'm good here. I'm good to go to the tailor.
Okay, so he gives you that. He gives you a sheet of parchment with the seal of the Dawn Wardens.
Okay. I'll start scribbling on it on my way over, but if you guys want to do something else, that's fine. If you want to resolve this real quick, I'll be done with my shenanigans.
I will say I didn't know that you had to use disguise self to give yourself a tabard. So if you wanted to try again with the gate guards at the headquarters, you could do so. I thought you didn't have any identifying on you.
I reread it too, and I realized that, and this is kind of what I was trying to get anyways, so.
Okay. Well, let me share with you the joy of breaking the law.
Boy.
I just want to share with you that if you're caught impersonating an official or noble, crime is flogging, imprisonment up to a 10-day, and a fine of 500 gold pieces. So just keep that in
Stop
mind.
right there.
Hey, that's my line. All right. Anybody else want to do anything? I think Gallandan wants to go to the tailor. What are you going to do, Savic and Gradius?
I'm gonna stand there in awe that he was even able to pull it off.
I
Just like
opted,
jaw agape. Like,
I opted not to go to the Dawn Wardens. Instead, I took a stroll up to the Arcane Quarter.
Okay. What is your goal up there? You just checking it out?
Yep.
Well, that's supposed to be a gift, but I don't know how to paste gifts. Okay, so you enter into the Arcane Quarter, and the first thing that catches your eye here is that the rooftops of this district are kind of a mauve, reddish, purplish color, and seems to get a bit deeper as you make your way towards the Arcane University. Many of the buildings here look to be either private residences or I don't know if you call them barracks. Many of the battle mages reside within.
Okay.
So if you were to come up here to the crossroads, this would there's a road that leads east across the bridge. This road here would take you back. This here is a nightclub. And this is the Artificers Guild.
Okay.
All these buildings here.
All right.
To the north, obviously, so you have another tavern here. Or no, I'm sorry. This is an observatory. And then this is the Arcane University.
Okay.
This whole big block here. And I gotta, oh shit, I just closed out the map. I gotta look at this big building here, this other big building, and let you know.
All right. That's fine.
So, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, as approaching the Arcane Quarter, I'm gonna start, I guess, taking out a journal and start penning some notes about what I see, in regards to of just taking in the Arcane Quarter so far.
Okay.
I'd like to go up to kind of closer towards the observatory. Maybe kind of just give that a good look over as far as like a perception check goes, and then maybe also do like a history check.
Okay. A history check on the building?
Sure.
All right, I'm trying to find a good piece of artwork here. That's not really what I'm looking for. So this building kind of juts up. There's a giant stone abutment raised up probably about 30 feet, and large stone stairs that kind of wrap around. And then built on top of that stone abutment is the observatory, which juts another, I don't know, 30 feet upwards, 30 or 40 feet. And out of the top of the building, you can see a large telescope. I can't really find a good image. This isn't really what I'm going for, but it'll give you kind of, I mean, you know what it looks like. But.
Yeah.
This is a better image. Looks kind of like that.
All right. Cool.
All right, and you were going to roll a history check. And what were you trying to what are you trying to learn about the structure?
Yeah, when it was built, basically, what, you know, when it was built, what it was made out of, you know, what's its kind of, and maybe start looking into maybe more along the lines of what its purpose is here in King's Garden.
Okay. Go ahead. Did you roll? If you did, it didn't come.
No, I didn't roll yet.
Ooh, okay.
Give me 1 sec, please.
Sure.
Okay, 15 is a good roll. Okay, so as I said, the lower half of the structure is made from solid stone, and it's about 30 feet tall. And then at the second level, well, like I said, there's a set of stairs that wrap around observatory to the upper level, and then at the top of that, the second half is built, also made from stone. There's stained glass, and there's a giant retractable dome in the ceiling, and out of the top of the dome sticks a large metal tube of some sort. You might not be able to tell from where you're at. That gazes upwards towards the heavens. With a 15, you would also know that this structure was constructed about 12 years ago with the goal of, let me look at my notes here. Okay, so the astronomer that runs this observatory wanted to view a nearby planet that seemed to become visible within the night sky for a time, and then suddenly disappeared.
Okay.
So intrigued, the Crown funded this venture in order to gain a better understanding of the heavens and what may lie above their own realm.
Cool.
Is that Gucci? You good with that?
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, I was a little worried that wasn't enough info, and that's literally all I had. So
That's fine. Let's see. Does it have like a? Is it currently open right now?
is the observatory open, or is the roof
Yeah.
retracted so that?
Is the observatory open?
Yeah, you could go in.
All right, I'll go ahead and step inside.
This would have been a great time for me to have. Oh wait, never mind. Gallandian, I sent you a tell.
I think he was going to put tires away.
Oh, damn it.
I'm here.
Oh.
Okay, did you get my tell?
Oh, okay. Okay. Just let me know.
Oh, Wes, you going, or Savik, are you going in there?
Yes. I'll go in for a little bit.
Okay. All right. So you go in, and it's kind of a round chamber. And then as you go towards the back, you can see this. I don't actually know what an observatory looks like on the inside, so give me a second.
It's like Mr. Shuey's class.
Yeah, I should have went into the one at SU when I was. All right. So it's there's heavy stained glass windows, but all the curtains are drawn. It's a little dark inside, and with the hole in the roof opened up, this telescope kind of protrudes, massive telescope. I think it's got like a brass housing, and kind of protrudes out the upper level of the observatory. And as you go in, you spy a elf
Okay.
kind of tinkering and writing in.
All right. I'll go approach the elf and tip my hat to him and wish him a good morning.
All right, he turns and responds to you.
It wouldn't be a good morning if I was stacking pallets right now.
He says,
Stacking. What did you say? Stacking pallets?
Pallets. Yeah, pallets. I mean planets. I can't seem to find this one. Are you awake? Look here. I want to show him what he shows you what he's working on. Look here.
Okay. I'll walk over and I'll walk over and examine what he's working on.
Yeah. Okay. So you see, this is you see what this is? It's a star map. Okay. There's the pig dipper, and there's the lion's felt hat. And then right here, I was tracking this up until last week, and it disappeared. Planet. Are you paying attention?
Yes. I'm
It
gonna.
sounds like you're.
You said the planet disappeared?
Yeah, this disappeared.
shit. Those are his theories.
I have three theories.
Oh my god.
I don't have-
What a fail.
I have four theories,
Oh god.
and you can read them in the chat right now.
Oh, that's the biggest fail ever.
First theory is another plane. Okay. Does he have a telescope?
Yeah, it's massive.
He has
Uh,
magic.
No, it's massive. I'm sure. Yeah, he can have magic.
Oh, it's massive. Okay. It's okay. Okay. So this thing here, you put your eyeball into it. It's not a bong. And let me rub my glasses real quick. And it sees so far. I think it's either looking into another plane, and that's why it disappeared, and it just slipped off into the plane. Another planet, shielded with, of course, magic. But then it could just be nothing. It could just be an illusion, you know, like probably also magic. And then it's the other theory is a little bit more stranger. I don't know if I want to get into that right now. Who am I dealing with here?
I'm
Yeah.
What's that? Did you say who am I dealing with here?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to say that I'm an elf sent from the Feywild to observe the inception of magic in King's Garden. Through a experiment gone awry, with the help of my apprentice, he might be around here somewhere, tore open a portal and landed here in the material plane from the Feywild.
The Feywild, the Feywild have that telescopes. Can you see our planet from the Feywild?
No, we
This would
can't.
confirm one of my theories.
No, we can't. You can't see the Feywild from here. It's a different plane of existence.
God damn it. It really ruined my day. I have to think of something else. Well, what about this then? Think of what that was when it disappeared. Was that our planet observable through a wormhole?
What research have you done that might support that?
Well, my research points more toward the caterpillar hole than a wormhole. And then he looks at in the anticipation of a delicious snack. Caterpillars. I don't know. I just think there's little holes in the ceiling. I mean, not the big ceiling. And they just kind of, what do you call it? Wish you away. You jump in there and they just kind of whisk you away and far off places.
I'm gonna look at him with an intrigued expression on my face, and what are you looking to do in order to further this work or research?
Well, I'm trying to write my thesis on I have these competing theories, and well, unfortunately, if I don't produce something soon, I'm going to have to teach another high school astronomy class, and God, please, I don't want to do that. I want one of these things to turn out to be the case, and then maybe they will let me teach up there in the big building.
At the university?
Kids will turn your hair gray. Yeah, the university will turn your hair gray and ruin you. It's driving me to retirement, early retirement.
What makes the university teaching there that bad?
What you have?
What makes teaching there that bad?
Oh no! He wants to teach. Well,
he wants to teach
there,
at the university. He doesn't want to go back to the high school.
Yeah, I'm saying right now he's a lot more like high school level classes to teach, and he wants to move beyond that a little bit because he's preoccupied with these theories and stuff. But these kids just kind of they don't know how to behave, and they barely can stay awake. They can barely stay awake, and they're not interested in the material. Yeah, I'm running around in the dark with laser pointers, writing on the chalkboard. Anyway, which of those four theories do you think supposed to he collects himself? Which do you think is the most plausible? Do you think I'm looking at another plane and there's some kind of distortion? It's just a mirage. It's nothing. Someone playing tricks on me, like a gnome or something. Another planet that's magically just like shielded. You know, it's like a planet, and it just kind of cloaks itself, I guess. Or do you go with the worm or the caterpillar whole one?
Can I do you have any notes on these theories?
Oh, lots of them.
Can I take a look at them real quick?
Yeah, sure. He'll proceed to set them down, but he's very eager to share with you his thoughts and things like that.
All right. I'll go ahead and start skimming through some of his research on these theories. Can I go ahead and make an investigation check to make a deduction about which seems to be the most plausible?
That's up to client. I'm just playing the dude.
Yeah, no, that's
All
fine. You guys are doing great. This is good. I didn't have
I was
Mr.
like,
Curious,
somebody's
so-
throwing a couple White Claws back while we listen to SRP.
Actually, I'm still drinking this Coca-Cola from dinner, but I should be having a White Claw. Unlike White Claws, there are laws of physics. But when you drink a White Claw, there ain't no law when you're drinking claws. Oh my God. Kyle, did you see the new season of Cobra Kai?
No.
Oh my God. So, have you ever seen the original Karate Kid? Like, do you know that, you know who Johnny Lawrence is? He's like the main character in Cobra Kai.
Sure.
He's like your stereotypical like guy that grew up in the 80s. So they go to this bar to celebrate, and he goes up to the bar, and the bartender's like, "What do you have?" And he looks down, and somebody's drinking a mango White Claw, and he's like, "White Claw sounds badass." He's like, "I'll have one of those." All right, this is the TikTok, unfortunately. I'll send it down. Anyway, go ahead, boys. Sorry, my bad.
I rolled a 9 to my investigation check.
Oh, Gallandian, you can proceed. You can proceed with this, with his role.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm letting you guys go ahead. This is a little bit of this is you guys.
You're I don't know how much your character knows about the just the heavens and all that stuff above. Maybe you know a lot, or maybe you're just kind of focused on more magical properties and things like that.
Yeah.
Between worlds.
Yep.
But
Yeah, I'm not so
you might
much into
find-
the like I would probably be a lot familiar with the like astronomy of the Feywild as opposed to the material plane. So I would say that this is something brand new.
Okay. So I would say you're taking in a lot. It's and not really being pointed towards one or the other. Maybe you think this guy's a little deranged in some way, or desperate, but he does seem very passionate about whatever the topic at hand. So he's just sort of, as long as you're willing to listen, he's willing to talk. But I don't know if he might have a schedule or something like that. I don't know if he has a class to teach or something.
Okay. Well,
But
I'm going to take a look over the notes to try and figure out what's going on with this planet and just kind of have this look of being puzzled come across my face and be like, I can't come up with any conclusions based on the research that I'm reading right now. Perhaps some more time to think on it, and maybe some further research will help give you your answer.
okay, but
in the
do you
meantime,
know any good substitute teachers? Please say yes.
substitute teachers.
Please say yes.
Yeah,
So,
I know
did
some
you have-
I know some substitute teachers. Why do you ask?
Oh, great, because I could use a break from these kids. Anyway. Okay, well, give me their names and their numbers or addresses, or however we keep contact with people.
All right. I'm going to
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the sheet of paper and reach into his inkwell with a quill and and write Dundrel Drunkleshank Dwarf.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, he takes that name and he says, "Thank you so much. You have no idea how much this means to me. Finally, have somebody that can fill in, that knows the subject too, and is passionate about it." And I think they're getting a little tired of seeing my face day in and day out. So this will be a wonderful treat. Thank you so much, Mr. I think you introduced yourself, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna tip my hat
Bling-
and
Blumline.
say Blumline.
Plumline.
And I'm gonna look at him and ask, and your name is?
The Shoey Elf.
Shoey Elf. Okay. I'm going to slide the piece of paper with Dundrel's name on it and say, he's around here somewhere. He'd be happy to teach. In fact, he needs the experience.
Amazing.
So I'm going to tell him,
Thank you
so
very much.
if you see a dwarf walking around here with a sword and he kind of has an owl with him that kind of just doesn't look quite right, you know that it's him. And I'm going to tip my hat to him and thank him for sharing about his planetary theories and walk out of the Arcane Sanctuary, the observatory.
Well done. That was better than anything I could have. That was amazing. All right. Since Gradius used Leonardo DiCaprio's Inception to get me to get a White Claw, I'm going to go do that. Let's take a 2-minute break. Is that cool? You guys want
Oh,
to
man.
call it 5?
I incepted your ass.
Yeah, you did. You
All
and Killian Murphy. Yeah, let's take a 5-minute break, bio break, get a drink, stretch, whatever, and we'll pick it back up.
Sounds good.
Cool.
No, I'll walk out of Chewy Elf's arcane observatory and continue along the path closer and closer towards the arcane university.
I thought the only way you could leave Chewy's place is to the office.
Well, technically, he's going to his new office. Hi.
Yep, I'm dipping out of Chewy Elf's arcane observatory and taking a stroll up to the arcane university.
Okay. All right. So you strolling up to the Arcane University. The Universium Arcanus, it was the first mages college within the Kingdom of Aralis. Those with the affinity for the arcane can find instruction here. The arcane district itself is notable for purple thatch roofs, which match the robes of the arcanists studying at the university. The classes at the university have lecture, research, resource gathering, and practical components. Spells and courses have a challenge course portion at the end of the semester. Different courses of study. This is all displayed as you walk up. Let me see if I can get a picture of the Arcane University. Of course, they have a bunch of them from the Elder Scrolls.
Hey, is it cool if I go be right back real quick?
Yeah,
I'm just gonna check out my license.
you're good. I'll just drop some images down here. All right, I'll follow up on that. Sorry, I don't want to take too much time. All right, a little bit more about. All right, so yeah, you approach the university, and the buildings here are made from stone, and they. I'm trying to think of the best way to describe it. From within the stained glass windows, you can see various bursts of light and colors as the students here practice mastery of the arcane. One of the options in the kingdom, if you're serving within the Dawnwarden Order and have an affinity for magic, is to make it into the elite and prestigious Battle Mages Corps. Courses of study at the Arcane University are as follows. So as you step onto campus, it's walking every which way around you as the hall, wearing dark purple robes. You see the occasional battle mage, which will show you. Looks like this. Walking here or there. Any questions, or if you want to interact in any way, let me know.
Yep. Can I go ahead and roll a history check on the? I mean, you kind of gave me some basic stuff. Can I go ahead and roll a history check to get some further insight to it?
What else would you like to know? Please let me know.
Let's see. I guess I could always. Never mind. I'll just go into the. I'll just go into the university and then just like look at the I guess deans, and go through the history of the. Who's teaching here so far, who has taught here, who is and who isn't here, stuff like that.
Okay.
I guess what I'll do is, I'll go into the Arcane University, see if they Here's what I'd first like to do. I'd like to go into the Arcane University and ask if the professor who's teaching the elemental binding and banishing is he, if he's in his office right now.
Oh, somebody's cakey.
All right, give me a sec. This is what the battle mages look like. Sorry, let me get my. All right, so you go into Old Main, and you're gonna ask if. Let me see. The professor that teaches elemental binding and banishing is in his office.
Yep. He's got his office hours. I need help on my research project.
Yes.
All right. I'm not are there. I'm gonna ask. Can you point me in the direction of his office if someone's out in the lobby or something like that?
Okay. So they tell you that he is in next building.
Okay.
Directly behind here, they say. So if you go out here and around, straight back the path towards the gate, you'll find him in his office on the second floor.
All right. I'll go ahead and make my way over to his office. Oh, and I want to ask what his name is.
That is a great question. Let me just consult my notes.
Random name generator.
Random name generator on the internet. Just give me one sec. Oh, wait. His name is Enan Mar.
Enan Mar.
Enan Mar.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So do you want to go up to his office?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, all right. So you go up into this building, and it's also kind of shaped like a small keep. Think of the building next to Old Main at SU. So you go up. There's stairs that arc around each side and lead up to the main door. You go in, and there's a staircase directly in front of you. And if you climb the stairs and go up one level, there are offices and lecture halls down the hall.
All right. I'm going to go up and start looking for Professor Marr's office.
Okay. All right. So you go down the hall, and after, I don't know, you walk maybe 30 feet, you find a door ajar with the name Professor Enan Marr etched on the glass and on the door.
All right. I'll go ahead and I'll approach his door, knock on it, and ask. I'll go up to it, knock on the door, and ask if I'll just say Enan Marr ?
All right. So seated behind a large wooden desk is an old man with a long gray beard and even longer hair back behind his, running down his back. He's wearing dark purple robes with different magical symbols etched in gold thread across his robes. And he kind of glances up at you from behind his spectacles and motions you into his office. As you enter into the office, you can see that he's taking notes with a quill, but also there's a quill and parchment floating in the air beside him that is also writing.
Okay.
He says, "What can I do for you?"
Good morning, sir. I'm going to tip my hat and say, my name is Savik Blumline, and I'm here from the Feywild. I am conducting some research on the inception of magic, and what I have found so far in this in King's Garden and the material realm while here is particularly disturbing. For instance, there is a rot of necromancy that runs rampant in these parts. And so I'll go ahead and explain to him a little bit of some of the encounters that I've had with necromancy magic. And I'm going to go ahead and say I could use some expertise on someone that understands elemental binding and banishing of and controlling hostile spirits. And I will go ahead and unsheath the scimitar of vengeance that I carry around.
Walks over back towards his. And do you lay your weapon on his desk?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so go ahead.
I place it kind of on his desk and then slowly start to unsheath the sword.
Okay, all right. So you unsheath the sword and set it down. And he kind of waves a hand over it, but seems reluctant to touch it. And he glances up at you and says, "I presume you know that this weapon is cursed."
Certainly, and I have the means to already take care of that. However, I'm interested to see what kind of spells that this sword has contained into it. For as the weapon itself requires a tribute of decapitated heads, and what it has done is it has given me access to certain cantrips so far that are bit more necromancy in nature.
He nods and
So
he says,
I-
it's a terrible. Oh, I'm sorry. You go ahead.
yeah, so I was like, I've been careful with this because I understand that necromancy is basically forbidden in King's Garden.
He nods and he says, I have more to say on that subject. Let me think here. He says, let us come back to your weapon in a moment. And he resumes sitting at his desk and stares at the blade for a moment and then looks up at you and he says, despite the king's best efforts and necromancy being outlawed under pain of death, it is an unfortunate reality that with access to magic, there's always an errant fool out there that would attempt to use dark magic to his own gain. They see potential in the use of dark magic. Many choosing to forego the severe penalty of death, torture and death, I might add, at their peril. Most fortunately for us, though, in my experience, those who dabble in necromancy often find their end before the Dawn Wardens get to them.
Oh no, where?
He says, if you take a jaunt through the countryside, you'll find more than a couple fools out there trying to bend dark magics to their will, and they do so at their peril. And he says, but if you can provide me with a detailed report, I will send it to the Archmage, who will, of course, relay it to His Majesty with your concerns.
Okay.
He says that is the extent of my ability to act on necromancy, but I can see that it reaches the proper channel.
Right, and I want to explain to him that my ultimate goal isn't to, my ultimate goal for this sword is to rid it eventually of the cursed spirit that inhabits it.
All right. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm going to explain to him that, after a certain amount of time, what I want to do is sort of purify the scimitar.
He nods and stands and looks at the weapon again, and he said, I can understand. He said, it's a beautiful blade. If you believe you can remove the curse, then we can certainly work on doing that together. Just in case you said it's a spirit of vengeance, he asks?
Yes.
He nods and he says, best that you perform the ritual here, or cleansing ritual here, where my colleagues and I can stand by to assist if need be.
Okay.
What was your other question about the blade? I'm sorry.
Well, I didn't have a question about the blade per se, but I was wondering, I'm going to explain to him that I'm basically in town as of right now, with my party for the tournament. And because of the certain tournament rules, I was curious to know if you had any way to sort of put this sword in a stasis state, so that it won't seek vengeance upon me for not fulfilling the tribute that it requires.
He nods and he says, so you want us to seal away the vengeful spirits?
Not temporarily. Just until the tournament is over. Because I'm sure he's familiar with the tournament rules, that that I'm not looking to kill anyone with this sword at the tournament. So I was wondering
that
if you
in itself is him saying he's killed people before. Not trying to throw you under the bus.
It's all good. So I was basically looking to see if he could put this sword in a state of stasis. Not necessarily sealing it away, just making it so that the sword doesn't exact its vengeance upon me in the 4-day window.
He nods. He says, I understand. He says, I could attempt to lock the vengeful spirit in a sort of temporal stasis. It could be removed with dispel magic, or any other kind of ability like that. He says, but unfortunately, it is expensive. The components are quite expensive to complete such a spell. He says, I need a powder composed of diamonds, emerald, and ruby dust.
Okay.
He says, if you can bring me that, I can absolutely do it. He says, unfortunately, I can't just take that from the school supply.
Right.
And he seems to want to convey, he feels badly about that. But he says, seeing as you aren't officially a student, there's very little I can do with regards to the material components at this time. He says, I may have some of my own components I can contribute, but it is expensive.
All right.
And he leans back in his chair and he says, now, of course, if you were to enroll in the Arcane University and complete a course of study or, perhaps pay tuition, there could be an understanding that we could come to.
Is the I'm gonna ask if the HR team is around.
He grins at you. He says, I like your style, Bloomling. He says, yeah. He says, I tell you what, why don't you go back to going over to Old Main? And he gestures at your sword. He says, be sure to take this with you, please.
All right.
And see if you can speak to someone in admission, filling in.
Okay.
He hands you a course listing, which I posted in the chat, and he says, any idea what you would in teaching?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and explain to him a little bit more about my own unique style of mixing spell and sword.
Interesting. So he listens to your backstory, and he says there is a definite need for instruction in your field of expertise here. As you know, it is the highest aspiration of our students to join the Battle Mages and to serve His Majesty. He said, to that end, I could see you. He says we could always use a defense against the dark teacher. Mana dynamics would be a good place for you to start as well. Differential incantations. He looks down through the lists and says, if you're not interested in either of those, you could, of course, start with spell design. You'd be teaching to first and second years. Mainly exploration of magical theories and principles. Instruction on mana channeling and its effects, and practical application in battle.
All of that sounds awful.
Yeah, is that you talking, or is that Gradius
Yeah,
talking?
yeah, that's Gradius.
So he gives you that course list, and he says, just have a look over that and speak to someone at admissions and see if they have an opening.
Okay.
You can tell them that Professor Moore recommends you. Of course, I'm not sure how far that'll get you. I'm not exactly on the tenure track at this point.
Okay.
Oh, even Skippy got tenure. Damn.
I want to go ahead.
Brutal out here in King's Garden.
I want to go ahead and ask him I'm gonna be like, Professor Marr, what's with the strange man who runs the observatory? Shuey Elf, I believe his name is.
Oh, he strokes his beard, and I don't know. Is Dave here? I think Dave dropped off. He says,
He's
"Oh
still
yeah,
a disc.
yeah." He's in Discord, but I don't think he's actually in game currently. He says, "Well, Shuey was a professor here for a long time, and he's a little bit of an eccentric fellow. Certainly passionate about what he does, but very little patience. And he just kept sending students to the office, and this is a university, so we thought he would be better served teaching high school students in the observatory. I take it you've had an encounter with him."
I have. I also recommended my apprentice to go ahead and substitute teach for him. Have you seen him around by chance?
He chuckles and says, "Who is your apprentice?"
He goes by the name of Dundrel Drunkleshank. He's a dwarf.
A dwarf.
Yes.
And he says, "We don't see many dwarves around."
You see,
Ah.
he's a bit uncommon in the arcane because he does have exceptional magical capabilities. Yet he finds himself weaving in tankards with ale more than he does his magic, although he is a great and prosperous student.
Intriguing. He says, I can't say that I've seen him, but I have a habit of staying in this building far too long. If he is adept, or if he has an arcane affinity, then I'm sure he'll do well in the observatory, and I'm more certain that Shuey Elf will be glad to hopefully find a posting back here at the university. But sad to say I haven't seen your friend, but I'll certainly keep an eye out for him. I'm sure he's been around here. It's a big campus.
All right. I'll tip my hat and walk out and thank Professor Marr for his time and head over.
You collect your sword?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and collect my sword.
Okay. Yeah, as you go to leave, he stands up and says, "It's been a pleasure, and hopefully you're able to secure employment."
Okay. I'll go ahead and head over to the admissions office.
Okay. So it's back here again. Excuse me. It's back here again.
Oh, it's Gallandan.
Gallandan.
Okay, so you go back to Old Main and back through the entrance, and you're trying to find HR?
Yeah. Admissions.
Okay, all right, so the hallway splits to the left and to the right, and there's a placard there that lets you know that admissions is to the right and human resources is to the left.
Okay. I'll go ahead and check out. Well, I guess I'll go into human resources first.
Okay. All right. So you go into human resources and you encounter a gnome. What is the gnome's name? No, that's not it. That's terrible. Consty.
Consty?
Consty. God damn, I hate that.
I'm gonna tell him that the teacher showed me his penis.
Are you in there too?
I'm gonna say it reminds me of clergy school.
Well, she gives you a horrified look and says, you need to go file a complaint with the city watch. Or the Archmage, but I don't think he'll take your meeting. Yeah, all right, so Consti looks up at you, Savik, and says, what can I do for you?
I'm gonna say hello. Tip my hat. I'll tip my hat to Consti and explain that Professor Marr sent me over here, potentially apply for well, I guess an adjunct position at this point.
Ah, very good, she said. We have several openings at the present. What did you have your eye on?
Let's see. Let's see. Had my eye on the spell design class.
Ah, yes, spell design. Perfect. We haven't had a spell design professor in quite some time. When can you start?
After the tournament.
Very good, sir. So she said, let me just get some of your information. So she takes a quill and snaps her fingers, and the quill starts to write as she looks up at you. And she says, please tell me your name, address. I don't know. Geez, what would they even need? Just your basic information. And also, where should we send your pay?
Background check.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Do you have 3 references?
This is just the first interview. You're gonna have 6 more.
Yeah, this is first round easy peasy stuff.
Oh. Oh.
I'm gonna I'm gonna probably reply with Savik Blumline for name. For the pay, can I just pick that up regularly at the finance office?
Sure. She
All right.
nods. She says, of course we can write you a writ for payment at the bank, or we can always pay you in coin. You know, we keep that on hand as well.
Yeah, let's go with. You said that you could do a writ at the bank.
Yes, sir. She says we
Does
can.
that have direct deposit?
Yes, the writ, you would just need to take the writ to the bank, and they'll certify your funds are deposited.
All right. I'm gonna explain to her that I'll get into a little bit more of my backstory, that I'm from the Feywild, raised outside of the Sorrowmurk.
Interesting. She says, I can't say I've ever met someone from the Feywild. And she beams a smile at you and says, I think you'll be a great fit for the university. And she says, where are you currently residing?
Currently, I don't have any lodging.
Oh. She says, well, as an adjunct, you are entitled to campus housing if you prefer. It's nothing special, but it would be a warm, dry place for you to sleep. And of course, you're entitled to meals while on campus, and everything the students are entitled to.
Dude, I'm not gonna try and get with a gnome named
Consti.
Constant.
Well, you better not try any backdoor stuff, or Consti's gonna be on Consti. Oh God. Well, if we were ever going to be sponsored by anybody.
Shadow Legends.
Yeah, Raid Shadow Legends will take us for sure.
I'll consider her offer.
She says,
Wait, you're gonna stay at her house?
No, to get the on-campus housing.
she nods you and she says, very well, sir.
Do they have a dorm named Seavers?
Yes. They do now. You can identify it by the large cloud of cigarette smoke out front.
What about people not attending school staying there multiple nights?
She says, very good, sir. We will see you after the tournament for your start of employment. And she writes out a slip and she hands it to you and she says, take this to the market district and give it to a tailor and they'll see that your robes are, they'll see that you get your robes fitted properly so that you can start your first day without issue.
Okay, and when's the first day of classes officially? After the tournament?
She says, the tournament will take place this week. She says the following week, the students are on break as part of Remembrance Day. So it would be the week after.
Okay.
But you're more than welcome to come and settle in early after the tournament begins.
Okay.
So, and she says, my name's Consti, and if you need anything, just let me know.
Thank you very much, Consti.
She says, you are most welcome, Mr. Bloomline. And then she turns around and begins filing your paperwork away. I'm going to have to let you know about the pay of a...
Okay.
I'm going to have to let you know.
I'm going to look at Consti before I leave and say, oh, by the way, there's one more thing. Have you happened to see a dwarf running around here recently?
A dwarf?
Yeah.
She says, I think somebody did say they saw a dwarf the other day. We don't get many dwarves in the arcane. I'm sure you know.
Yeah.
Nothing against the dwarves, of course, but
I take offense to that. I cock a hand back.
Okay. She said,
joking.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you were going to go ahead with this. She says that somebody in admissions did mention that they had encountered a dwarf recently.
Okay.
She says, but who knows? That could have just been gossip at lunch.
Okay. Well,
you know how coworkers are, she says.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and I guess what I'll do is I'll start walking down the hallways out of the HR office and start kind of did I get a an orientation packet?
Yes. Yeah, she gave you sorry, I should have mentioned that.
I'll start reading that as I'm walking down the hallway and I'll go ahead and leave the Arcane University for now. And
I will get you some information on the out of game because I don't have that ready or anything.
Okay.
But I'll have that to you. Or we can just discuss on Friday.
All right.
So, okay. All right. So, secured employment, achievement unlocked. All right. Anybody else?
I'm going to ask to go back to her place.
Oh, are you? I thought you weren't interested in that.
I'm not. I'm going to see if I can convert her to the Raven Queen.
She kind of blushes and she says, "Well, aren't you forward?"
Yeah, I am. I'm forward about the Raven Queen. She's my one true love, and she can save you.
Oh. She kind of makes a weird face and she says, "Oh, you're one of those zealots." Huh?"
I'm no zealot. I'm gifted with the love of the Raven Queen.
Um, she says,
And
"Well,
let me tell you about how Christians have repressed sexual urges.
she says, oh, well, maybe if you love the Raven Queen so much, you should marry her."
What is this, Lady Five?
She says, "Well, I've never really been into dwarves. No offense or anything. But if you want, we can be friends."
It's nice to see that you're educating the future of the next generation of our people. We're in great hands. And I walk away.
She says, "Well, I tried to let you down easy." She calls after you.
Oh, you've definitely let me down.
Uh, I'm gonna have to let you know about the salary on this as well, then, Savik. I'm trying to take a look here. Having a little
Okay.
bit of trouble finding it. It's not in the. It's not in the.
Oh, that's less than we make Robin the King.
Yeah, I'll let you know about it. All right. Is Dave around still? Did Dave want to do anything?
I'm good.
Are you doing anything?
No, I'm not in the arcane place.
Did you want to do anything else?
Oh, tonight?
Yes.
Yeah, I do real quick. I'll make this really quick. Hey, my message is not going through.
Yeah. The last thing we got was very upfront. I was thinking we got some coffee, but okay.
Oh, is Gallandan hitting on her too?
I don't know. He said he wasn't there, so
Not in I gotta be touch the page.
all right, Wes. This is a social status chart that I'm looking at. I'm having a hard time. All right. So I would say, as an adjunct professor at an arcade university, you would have comfortable social status. Your minimum income would be 60 gold pieces a month. Does that sound fair? Anybody?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So a comfortable lifestyle is listed as a highly successful merchant, skilled tradespeople, and military officer. So yeah, I would say that's comparable. Let me write that down. I'll forget. I don't want to forget. Go ahead, Gallandian.
I'm not
Sorry, what?
doing something.
All right, what's up?
I'm ready to do something real quick if we're good to go.
Yeah, I think Savic was finished with his stuff at the Arcane University for now.
Okay.
Man, 60 gold pieces a month is a...
Just let me know.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hmm. Okay, well, I want to go to the Torben Hambleton.
All right,
And
he's down here in the market district trade quarter.
yeah, maybe I'll do all that stuff while they're at the uni. So I'll just I'll ride solo.
Okay.
Ride Tyler. And
Well, I think Savik also needs to go there to get his robes fitted. Unless you wanted to wait to do that.
No,
that's
I'm
fine.
good with going there to get the robes fitted. Also got to
Sorry, I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm just thinking.
No,
You know.
that's totally fine. I also got to swing by the bank too.
Okay. Yeah. So the bank is right here.
Yep. It's down
Oh, I'm
south.
sorry, right here.
Yeah.
It's hard without the labels. Just going off of memory.
Yeah, it's what? Is it? Yeah.
All right, Gallon Dance, you can make your way over there. Savik, what are you going to do at the bank?
Nothing until after the tournament. I don't know.
So you just
These tournaments really make me jumpy with my gold pieces. I hear strange things happen during tournaments.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that there can be a lot of catastrophe during tournaments.
Yeah, so maybe I'll just go to the bank and I'll go ahead to the bank and ask them to open up an account. I guess.
You're going to open up an account?
With a large amount.
Okay. All right, so you go in and there's some bankers in there, and as you approach the window, there's a human female standing there. She's got black hair and pale skin and brown eyes, and she looks up at you and says, hello, sir, how can I help you? Welcome to the Bank of King's Garden.
Hi, ma'am. I'll go up to her and greet her pretty friendly. I was like, I'm looking at... hi, I'm recently got hired as a professor at the Arcane University, and I was looking at opening up an account.
She nods at you and says, congratulations. Yes, we can do that. No problem at all. She says, do you have your employment contract?
Yes.
Okay, so you hand her over your orientation packet, through it and finds it, and she says, yes, 1 minute. And she looks it over and she says, everything appears to be in order here. So we'll waive the deposit fee. And you're free to deposit as much money as you see fit.
Okay. I'm going to tell her that I'll be back after the tournament to deposit my funds.
She says, very good, Mr. Bloomline. We will see you after the tournament. And best of luck to you.
I'm going to tip my hat without saying a word and then slowly start walking out of the bank.
Mystery Man.
Mystery Man.
All right, Gallon Dan, Moon Whisper. The tailor is down here. Gradius, what are you doing?
Just chugging along behind them, you know.
You're going along?
Struggling to keep up because, you know, us dwarves aren't great over distances.
okay, awesome. So I'm gonna cast Disguise Self again as Carson Sparkler and finish scribbling out the letter. And basically, I'm just gonna say, Well, should I say what it says now? Now I'll present it to him and just say what it says. And so I'm gonna go up to Turbin Hamilton. And see if he up.
Okay. What are you going there for? Are you trying to pick up your gloves?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can do what's called a pro gamer move.
All right. So you go in to talk to Toby Hamilton, and are you guys all over here?
Yeah.
All right. So he looks up at you, Carson Buckler, and you're asking about your gloves, right?
So I'm gonna give him my spiel.
All right. What is your spiel?
And the spiel is basically, I'm gonna give him the letter and let him read over it. It's confidential, and it explains that the Don Wardens are here to pick up the spider silk gloves, and they promised to pay the full amount and then some for the gloves. But this paper served as a stand-in for the payment because of the emergency nature of this transaction. And then Nick Sherrill, a customer, is gone and says, "Listen, I could get in a lot of trouble, and that would be bad for business for you, and I know you do business with the Don Martins. But I had to go shit real bad, and I let these adventurers watch over the goblins on the road. And word should get out that we relinquish our post so easily to anybody or any of those things, we can have a major problem on our hands. And I'm just, I just want to avoid that. So I feel like if we did cut our losses here, at least me on my part, you have a loss to cut. You get the amount written on this hastily scribbled note with the official seal on it. And I just want to keep this in the shadows.
All right. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to roll persuasion with advantage because you have the seal, and he's going to ask you. He'll look at the paper and he says, "Well, everything seems to be in order here." He says, "But what happened to my customer? Why hasn't he come to pick up his order?"
He does.
He got wrapped in web silk, eaten by a giant spider.
He says, "Well, I'm going to deliver them to him myself, and just so that he keeps his mouth shut as well, and everybody can go about their business." And it's what do you call it? It's consideration for his keeping his lips still about the whole matter. It's really embarrassing. I had to go to the bathroom so bad.
All right. Well, he takes your roll persuasion with advantage, please.
Okay. I think it's well.
Okay, excellent roll. All right, so he kind of looks at you and he takes the writ that you gave him with the seal and he says, "All right, fair enough." And he says, "I'm going to keep this for my records, of course."
You do that, but try to keep this
Oh, that's
UI
fine.
well,
He says, yes, I can keep your secret, Mr. Borden. And he goes into the back and grabs a box and brings it out and gives it to you. And he says, careful with that. It's a very expensive material. I trust you will give it to my customer with my compliments. Are all three of you inside?
Yeah.
Okay. He says, and who should I? Oh, wait, you signed it, right? Corporal Buckler?
oh yeah, that's me.
Okay. So he hands the box to you and he says, actually, Corporal, there was one thing I was hoping you could assist me with.
What's that?
He says, do you see that dwarf there behind you?
Oh yeah, I have him under arrest right now. That's why he's with me.
And he says, I'm glad to hear that because not 6 days ago, he assaulted me in my own shop.
I know he confessed to me that he felt terrible about it, and we're gonna sit him down and we're gonna hear him out. But trust me, our business relationship here means more to me than what jail that dwarf might have to sit in if he can't make amends for his crappy behavior.
He crosses his arms and he says, you know the law as well as I do. Now I've upheld your
I
request.
know no clothing. No.
You know what the crime of assault. You know what penalty the crime of assault carries, don't you?
Oh yeah, you trust me. I have my this has my utmost attention. As soon as I deliver these gloves, I'm walking a long conversation about the law here, and I give him one of those like guard chuckles.
He shakes his head and seems undeterred. He says, I'm afraid that won't be enough, Warden. I'm going to have to insist that you turn him over to the watch.
Come again?
I'm going to have to insist that you turn him over to the watch.
Turn him over to the watch.
Yes. Or perhaps I need to take this up with your superiors.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll get him. We'll take him right there right now.
He gives you a hard stare and he says, I have your word.
My word is good as gold.
He nods at you and he says, I should hope so, Corporal Buckler, since you've just given me a writ with an official seal on it. All right, so he looks away from you and he looks at Savik and he says, how can I help you, sir?
I'm going to say, greetings, Hambletome. I have a writ from the Arcane University to prepare my professor's clothing.
Ah, yes. He reaches out for the writ and takes it from you, looks it over, and he says, everything appears to be in order. If you'll follow me, we can get your measurements and I'll have your robes prepared.
Okay.
Okay, so he takes you into the back half of the shop and has you stand up on a stool, and he begins taking your measurements and writing them down, and pulls different bolts of cloth off the wall and holds them up to you, and he says, I'm thinking a dark purple would suit best instead of the mauve. Any embroidery?
Let's see here. How about,
He holds up a couple different types of thread: silver, copper, gilded thread, He says, expensive material, but as I'm sure you know, it's covered by the university.
Right. Let's go ahead and get it embroidered with silver.
Excellent choice, sir. And he looks at your hat and he says, a fine headpiece, but perhaps you would consider something a little bit more traditional for your time in the classroom. And he points to several wide brimmed pointed hats.
Begrudgingly, I'll go ahead and accept the hat that he.
He says, not to worry, you won't be expected to wear it outside of the university.
Okay. I'm gonna ask him if my owl gets a hat too.
He smirks and looks over at your owl and says, I think we can accommodate. He walks over with his measuring tape and he says, will he allow me to measure the circumference of his head?
Yeah.
Very good, sir. So he takes the measuring tape and takes a measurement, and he says, I'll have something ready for you shortly after the tournament.
Okay.
Should I have your arraignment delivered to the campus?
Yeah, go ahead and have it delivered to the campus.
Very good, sir. He says, I think you'd be quite pleased, said and done. And please accept my congratulations on your appointment. It's a prestigious posting to be a teacher or a professor at the Arc.
I'm gonna go ahead and tip my hat and say thank you, Hambletome. I'll go
You guys
ahead.
don't-
What's that?
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and then rejoin with Carson Buckler.
Very good. All right, Gradius. So they come back out into the front of the shop, and the shopkeeper glowers at you, and he says, "Please leave my shop, Master Dwarf."
Whoa.
Someone's about to find out what double slap is.
I have done nothing of the sort, sir. I just stand here as my friends peruse.
He says, "You know good and well what you did when
What did I do?
you struck me."
I do not recall such a thing.
Well, I don't doubt it, given your people's propensity for drink.
So you're saying that I, a man of principle and religion, struck you?
He nods. He says, "I'm certain of it."
So you're admitting to getting your ass beat by a drunk religious dwarf?
He says, "I'll admit that you assaulted me, and for the crime of assault, I'll see you in chains."
You couldn't chain me if your mother's life depended.
He nods. He says, "Aye, that's true." He says, "But the watch can chain you, and we'll see if the Crown Adjudicator takes so kindly to your assault on the citizens."
I'm gonna laugh at his statement and then point at my friend Gallandan and be like, "You realize my friends have more pull than yours."
And he says, "We shall see, Master Dwarf. Perhaps when you're sentenced to mine copper in the south or silver in the north, or perhaps they'll send you to a logging camp, or perhaps worse. Maybe
Are
then
you married?
He says, I find that that's hardly any of your business.
I'm gonna take that as a yes. I'm gonna look him dead in the eyes and then tell him I'm gonna fuck his wife, and then leave the store.
He's flabbergasted and does not respond. All right, so he leaves and he looks back at you, Corporal Buckler, and he says, the watch. Keep your word.
Oh, you have it. They seemed a little spicy, but we'll get to the bottom of this one. He's not going to be eating but 4 or 5 times boiled pork. Yeah, have his way with them.
Oh my God. What a
For a white
throwback.
cat.
The thrice boiled pork. Holy shit. I forgot.
We're going to boil this pork 8 times.
Oh my God. Could you imagine how disgusting that would be? Just no nutritional value. Just, yeah.
It's just slop.
Yeah. All right. Well, he says, well, thank you both for your business. Happy Remembrance Day to you.
Yeah, please keep this on the down low. It's quite embarrassing. What a scandal. Off we go. I'd like to leave, turn the corner, take off disguise self, and put the new gloves on.
Didn't you also want to get a mask?
I do, but I just realized if I have a mask made there, then I just make my own with the poke some holes in or something.
Okay.
I just turn the corner, go back in and buy a piece of cloth, and then leave. And then I'll no, wait, it would look a little weird if I'm there. Yeah, we'll go somewhere else and do that. But I want to just turn the corner, take off disguise self, put the gloves on, and then say, that's what that Carson Buckler guy gets for lying to me about whether or not he toes, Tobin Hamble toes in front of me. Somebody like that.
That's so funny.
The Lion Guard. He's gonna have to, and then I'll turn to Radius and say, well, I think the Carson, the Buckler situation will buy us some time, but you, my friend, need a lawyer.
Yeah, I got a lawyer.
So this could, we need this. We need a little bit of.
His
legal
name's
magic.
Haru Whiteiron, and he is the savior of this kingdom.
Yeah, well, he's expensive. We might not be able to afford the top shelf legal services.
Didn't we just rob the king?
No, you robbed the Timorian trade.
Yeah, whatever. We robbed a bunch of rich people.
That's better anyway. Hey, Darren, you better come out. We're robbing.
If you got a problem, log in and join the campaign.
Darren, we're robbing from your faction. You better come out and stop us.
I'd be like, let's go to there, and they're like, no, I'm gonna kill him. That's weird. Yeah, it is weird.
All right.
Uh,
What do you guys want to do now?
Check out these new gloves.
Okay.
Oh wait, didn't I just get 2 pairs for the same hand?
No, I thought you got one pair.
I thought
Or
I
one.
got. got two gloves of the same hand.
Why would you do that?
I don't know.
So you just have one glove. You have two gloves that fit the same hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like archery.
Okay, got you. All right. Well, let me.
Fighter. Soap. Gloves.
What now, friends?
I wouldn't mind checking out how much it's gonna cost for the material components for the temporal stasis of the Scimitar of Vengeance.
All right, you can go to the Gnome Emporium for that.
All right. That's just is the Gnome Depot down here somewhere?
Yeah. So it is right here.
Okay. It's right by the racetrack.
Yee.
All right.
All right, so you go into Gnome Depot.
Yeah.
They have a little bit of everything.
Okay.
All right, so you go in. I have a map for this, but I'm not gonna dig it out right.
Okay.
So you go in and well, fuck it, I'll. Well, I'd add you, Gradius, but I don't know where the fuck you are.
I am. Where am I? Oh yeah, I'm still at the port, dog.
Damn, bro.
I'm sorry. I'm just such in awe of this amazing map that I couldn't even move my character.
Wow, thank you for that. Is good flag. The Gnome Depot. Here you go. There you all are. So you come up, and the Gnome Depot is a stone building with an thatched roof, and in giant it says the Gnome Depot out. Let's craft something together.
This is an actual map, not a meme.
No, this is a real map, I swear.
Are these shopping carts?
Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna start looking. Here's what I'll do. I'll go up to one of the.
Lawn wardens.
Yeah, I'll go up to. I'll go up to one of the lawn wardens, and ask him, where's the magical components aisle.
This gnome turns around. He's wearing and carrying a lantern and a pickaxe in both hands. And he turns and points that pickaxe over in this direction. He says, "That'd be aisle 3C for components."
Okay. Does he have a name tag on?
Yeah, it is. Let's ask the internet. Oh my god. Yexim. Yeah.
Fapple,
Yexim Fapple Belch.
Fapple bitch.
Fapple bitch. He failed NNN. Anyway, yeah, he said aisle 3C, which is over here.
Why did they Fapple belch?
I don't know. Ask his parents.
Okay. I'll walk over towards the component section and start looking at the prices for the components that that Professor Mar would need in order to put the stasis on the sword.
Okay. Okay, so you're gonna go over there and check out prices.
Yep.
All right, so they have these trays that kind of pull out with this gemstone powder, and I'm not going to overthink this a lot, so I'm just going to say you can get the diamond powder, ruby powder, and powder for 100 gold pieces each.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
Okay. I mean, to anybody else, 300 gold pieces would be a lot. You guys are kind of flush with cash right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so and probably will need sapphire powder as well.
Okay.
So that would be 400 gold pieces.
Okay.
All right. They have a variety of different spell components here. So if there's anything else that you wanted to peruse, let me know and I'll get a price for you.
Did you guys plan on doing anything? The whole store thing.
You going to bed?
Yeah, dude, it's like 11:15.
Shit, it is 11:15. I think Wes just wanted to get
Yeah, I just wanted to
the
get
gemstone powder.
Yep.
You can always come
Yeah.
back. The tournament isn't for another day. So
No, that's fine. I just didn't know if we'd be doing anything important story-wise, or if I could just go while you're figuring out costs and stuff.
if you want to log off right now, dude, that's cool. We can pick
Yeah.
up the Thieves Guild quest. Will you
Yeah,
be
for
around
you.
next week? Will you be able to play next week?
I should be able to.
Okay. If we need to, I mean, I feel like the only day John can play, but he didn't show up tonight. So if we need to rotate or anything,
No, Wednesday should be fun.
all right, cool. Well, we can pick up the Thieves Guild quest line next Wednesday. Is that cool with everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know this was just like a social session, but did you guys have fun? I mean, I thought it was fun. I laughed a lot.
Man, your little shopkeeper's asking to get killed. That's all I'm saying.
Bro, if you, are you saying you're gonna commit a murder? Oh wait, oh my god, holy shit! Before I forget, I need to send out this notice board. I do not want.
I'm just saying. I'm just we know some people in the shade. That's I got a few buddies over there.
True. Okay. So I want to send out this. Sorry, one. I want to send out the notice board because I forgot originally. So this will give you a little bit of an idea. Some other going-ons around King's Garden. So here it is. And I will
All right.
also send that in the schedule chat So John has access to it.
Well, obviously we have to go find the lost cat. Anyway, I'm going to bed, guys. I should catch you later.
All
All
right,
right,
man.
Petey. I hope you had fun, man.
Oh yeah, I did.
Awesome, bro. I'll catch you tomorrow. All right, so he's gonna head on to bed. Did you guys want to do anything else? I'm good to keep going for like another 10, 15 minutes.
I could do another 10 hours.
Okay, I mean, shit, I could too. Don't joke if you don't want the smoke, homie. You like that? I like how nobody said anything about comment about Yexim's alternative last name.
His last name?
Yeah, I put something in the chat.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I was thinking along those lines, like, what the fuck did this family do to get that name?
Oh.
And they were giving out last names. I don't know how they do this. But no, do they just draw names from a hat and then that's what you are, or do you do something and then that's what you know?
Dude, honestly, if you don't know, I sure as hell don't know, but I'll find out. So,
He worked at Home Depot.
yeah, he does work at the Gnome Depot. Who knows what he did to get that job, though?
I don't know. Let's just hope there's no Wi-Fi at work.
Yeah. All right. So, Savik, you're going to buy the stone powder? Maybe he's AFK. Oh, shit. Did he drop? Nope. Okay. All right. Just keep track of your share of the gold,
Okay.
because I don't know how you guys divided it.
I think it was
I didn't
1,000 each.
So yeah, I mean, I would just say keep track of that for now, and yeah. So all right. So you obtain the material components for the temporal stasis spell.
Cool.
Well, shit. This session had a little bit of everything.
Yeah, sorry, I was busy reading the quest board. There's one that particularly caught my eye that I wanted to look over, and it was the oh wow, the Nevermore Killer.
Sorry, you cut out.
Oh, I was looking at the wanted poster for the Nevermore murders.
Oh
And
yes, I
also
was
the bounty
hoping.
hunters wanted dead or alive for the high
Yes,
council building.
I actually think that I need the other notice board. Now that I'm looking at it. Yes, I sent the wrong one.
Okay.
I just had I just have the wrong tavern name on it, which is no big deal. It's all the information is the same.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I didn't know if there was
hoping
one
you would
on
take
there
this.
for the arrest of a dwarf.
I need to edit it. I need to edit it so that it has a picture for a dwarf. Dude, I saw on Etsy you can get bounty posters for your D&D characters done for like $12. And I thought about getting one because, dude, we can hang that in the background of our Tales from the Realm podcast.
That's so funny.
Man, let me tell you, Dave.
I hope
Kyle.
the arresting officer is John Stoner.
Chauncey?
What's that?
What'd you say? You
I hope that the arresting
officer-
Don Warden for Kyle's characters, Don Stoner.
It's a sticky situation. Hopefully the whole Carson thing will buy some time. Because once they catch up with this big confusion kerfuffle, then they'll be back on Gradius, I think. But that gives us a little time.
Yeah, I mean, he's really lucky that you were there disguised to be able to help him because I will say, you know, obviously within the city, like the city watch is the authority at keeping the peace. But if you're in the Dawn Warden order, your authority would supersede their authority every time.
Okay.
That's a little bit of but I mean, you know, given the fact that, you know, they were instrumental in staging a coup 25 years ago, that's too far fetched or anything. Yeah, so the Nevermore Killer. I can't wait for you guys to start that one. It's a good one.
What do you mean? Which
Oh, it's
the
on the
killer?
it's on the notice board I sent. Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. Wait, I gotta look at that.
Yeah, it's in Discord and also group chat. So
I'm gonna look at it. I haven't been looking at Discord because I'm on my iPad and it just.
sure. No, it's the group chat's probably easier to take a look at it.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, this was also made in, which I have to say is pretty rad. So, you know, as you guys complete these quests and do stuff, I will I'll continue to update it and have
Okay.
another one for you then whenever you get back to the city. So
Well, we gotta find the cat.
that's what Kyle said. Kyle's like, clearly we need to find the cat.
Yeah, we gotta get on it. Also, I'm still thinking about those vampires, but I don't know if the level 5 is good enough for that. I'm good. Yeah, I don't know if you want to do anything else tonight. What's this 400 gold points for?
That is the champion's purse for the Remembrance Day tournament.
Oh, okay.
I know you're probably thinking that's not a lot of money. Well, if you
Okay.
guys didn't steal all that fucking money 2 weeks ago, that would be a lot of money. Yeah, so we can go ahead and call it here for the rest of the night. But I think that was fun for a session with no combat or anything. I mean, I hope you guys had fun with it. I certainly did.
Yep. I got to explore all the Arcane University. Go
Yeah,
to the
this
docks
was like
for a
a good-
while.
Yeah, this is like a good chance to get out and explore the city a little bit.
Yeah.
So, and we can pick up the threads of the Thieves Guild line when we pick it up next week, and whatever else you want to do. You know, it'll soon be time to start the tournament, of course, as well.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna
Some
keep.
other,
I've decided
ahead.
that I'm gonna keep the spell components for the stasis on hand for right now, because if I have the chance to, you know, get a couple more heads before the tournament starts, then that'll just, you know, benefit me
Sure.
even more. And then so I'll keep those on hand for now, and then just wait a little bit later to perform the stasis for the tournament.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. Oh my God. I completely blanked on what I wanted to say now because I saw that image that you sent, Dave.
Bah. This is supposed to be a hook with blur on it or whatever. Oh, supposed to be bait. Oh
Yeah,
shit.
that's terrible. Yeah, but I think it'll be pretty fun, and hope you guys did too. And it's nice to go out and explore the city a little bit.
Yeah. It's,
So, Wes, I will get with you with orientation for the Arcane University and some more information about what you'll be doing and stuff like that. And Dave, there's something I need to follow up with you with as well.
Hey, I got a quick question because I'm kind of sneaky.
Yeah.
Feel like there would be some opportunity. This is more like meta, I guess. I don't
Sure.
know how to
No, go ahead.
play the game, but I feel like when I play D&D, I like to make sure everybody has a turn.
Yeah.
But I feel like if I went on like some sneaky thing, and unless I have everybody with me, like I could definitely do like a solo sneaky thing, and I think I would do pretty well. But that would just I don't feel like I could do that game time. But then that also misses out on like rolling dice and stuff like that. But I guess I'm just kind of thinking about how to do some stealth stuff, but not just be like the spotlight on me the whole time.
Well, yeah, we could just do. I guess with something like that, I would think about it more like.
Yeah, I
Like
don't need
if you're playing like a turn, well, I'm just bouncing ideas around. But if you're playing like a turn-based RPG and you get to a part of the game where half your party is split or whatever, and you got to go through different things, like you have one party that a jailbreak would be a great example. So half the party's coming in to break you out, and then the other half is in jail actively working against that. So let's say if you wanted to stealth away yourself, you could. If your party decides they want to go ahead and support you during your stealth mission, like by just creating distractions or whatever, that'd be a great way to keep them involved. Or I can just circle back to them every so often and be like, what are you guys doing? And that might draw out the stealth aspect of what you're doing a little bit. If you don't want to do it all at once, like I try and bounce between you guys and see what you want to do. Give everybody a chance to do something in every area you go to. But that might be the best way to do that. I mean, talk to your party and see what they want to do. Maybe they want to help out, go around and create distractions or something like that. If not, if they want to hang out somewhere else, they can certainly do that too. I think Gradius has his heart set on just sitting down at a bar somewhere all day. So,
I'm trying to get one of the spells passed without a trace. And that's like a, Cloak of Shadows or whatever you call it in WoW, where everybody's stealth.
yeah.
I'm just trying to think about how to play that out without.
Well, there's really no easy way for that I know of outside of like the Drow cloak. I can't remember how to say it. The Profwai or something like that. Those give you advantage on stealth, I believe.
Yeah.
Paiwafi. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. The creator of these cloaks has to be a drow and has to know the spells, endure elements, and ability. But I think, direct sunlight destroys them after 2 weeks of exposure. Moonlight would cause it to fade some. So there might be a way that you. Let me see. I suppose you guys could also bring for Cloaks of Elven Kind, which gives you a bonus to the hide ability.
I'm trying to get that.
Yeah, I know that's on your wish list.
Oh,
Let's see, what else is there? I don't even know if this is in the game anymore.
there's the boots.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
there's cloak and boots, and then I was looking at there's this thing called the Shadow Cloak. Oh, it's from a guild. It's from a faction.
Well, some people can turn themselves invisible.
I heard that.
Hmm.
Yeah, let me think about it. I mean,
Wizards.
but yeah, I think this was a good downtime session because once the tournament starts, it's archery and joust, and then there's free for all melee, team melee, and then other game modes like capture the flag. There's axe throwing, wrestling, things like that. So it's going to be a lot of skill challenges and fighting. Not necessarily fighting to the death. They kind of frown on that sort of thing at a commemorative tournament. But still fighting. You're still fighting to down your opponent in the arena. So there's going to be plenty of battles to come. So, and plus, like I just had this. It's got this map, so pretty stoked to use it and just have you guys hang out here.
Yep. That's pretty
So,
awesome.
Thanks, buddy. Did you guys have fun?
Yeah.
Cool, man. Dave, you
I
have
did.
fun?
Yeah, I always do.
Awesome, bro. I'm glad to hear it. So yeah, we'll pick everything up on Wednesday, and we'll continue to follow the threads of fate until then. So, Wes, are you coming over on Friday?
Absolutely.
Yee. I started drinking White Claws again. Only because you left them here.
Hey,
I had an
man.
epiphany.
Those
Dude,
are
I
for
had an
you,
epiphany
dude.
the other day. What?
Those were for you.
Thanks, buddy. I had an epiphany. I was sitting around. I was like, man, I'm so full. I don't really want to drink a Yingling. And I was like, oh my God, there's fucking White Claws in the fridge. That was it.
You know
Did you
what
watch-
I saw? There's no good, well, there's no good bows in the game.
Yeah. You had made.
You ever noticed that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I noticed that.
Why don't you tell me some
The
aspect
only thing is,
of a ranged weapon you prefer, and then we can Darren wanted a certain spear for his monk in my first campaign, so we homebrewed an item together. So if that's something you're interested in, we can do that too. Because
Dude,
at the end of the day,
oh,
I
that-
really want you to. I want you to have fun playing your character. So if there's a certain item you want, like we can. I just can't be like stupid OP. So.
That's okay. I think I'm just kind of more looking at other stuff at this point, but plus those are fine, I think. Anyway,
Um.
I'm just looking at items right now, and I'm just blurting.
Did you check out Fix-It, Bow of Nylea?
Yeah, that's the only one that looks cool. to
Yeah,
me.
the Oath
And
Bow isn't that good.
it's pretty, Oath Bow is like that. It's just like it's just like for a boss fight or something.
Yeah, you get
I kinda
advantage
don't-
on one target and do an extra 3d6 damage on a hit. But you gain disadvantage with all other weapons until you kill your sworn enemy.
Which isn't that bad, but it's also not that good, I think.
Let me put this in the chat.
I just find it surprising because, it's D&D and stuff.
Yeah, you would think they would have a wide variety.
There's hundreds of swords that are really awesome, right? And then it's just like, it's kind of like WoW, like in the early days where it's like, oh yeah, this has a great weapon, but then for wrong class or item is just eh.
I tell you what they do have is
Arrows.
there is a there's a supplement for the artifacts from Legion, World of Warcraft Legion, that can convert them into D&D. And you know, they're technically legendary status, but they all start out as just +1, and then you would just improve them through some various means. So it wouldn't be unreasonable for you to stumble across one, you know, sometime in the next few levels.
You know what I think you need, Gallon Dan?
What?
I think you need a gun.
I think you need to be the dark. You need to be the dark pizza. What do you know about that
Oh, yeah.
dark pizza, Dave?
The what?
The dark pizza.
I don't know what that is.
The dark pizza.
Yeah, I think I saw a reference to that a few days ago, and I didn't catch on.
Yeah, it's because it turned into an inside joke.
You gotta come to Fucked Up Friday if you want to understand the jokes.
Oh man, I will, and when I'm not doing a million things at once.
Dude, it was like,
Something to do with Dante.
we started watching the Devil May Cry anime, and it like, the animation was really good, but it was so cheesy, dude. It was so trash. I've seen sci-fi movies that were better than that. Well, check these out. These are from WoW Legion. I posted them in Discord. I would have to read. I'd have to read up on how to upgrade them. You know, because obviously it's not going to be like the artifact.
Who's Hades? Windrunner.
Yeah, I mean, some of this stuff, some of the lore might have to just be reflavored. And Katie is, she's like the hunter pet that you get.
Okay, that's cool.
So it's a displacer beast that would be under your control. So this bow, the Titan Strike, would effectively make you a Beast Mastery Ranger for a Beastmaster for what, 1 minute?
And the marksman, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, and then the Windrunner is also because you get the Windburst ability. So you speak the command word, and your attack can do an extra 1d8 force damage. Regardless of whether your attack hits, your speed is increased by 10 feet until the end of your next turn. So that's good if you want to continue to be mobile. And you could use that.
Ones.
What's that?
I said those are some pretty cool content.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and download. And how do I just add it to my drive? I'll just download. Give it some thought. I mean, those are at least alternatives that that you could use. And if not, you know, we can get together and homebrew something, no problem.
I saw homebrew one that was called. Hold on, here. It's called the Bow of the Galadrim.
Oh, that's perfect.
And it has an increased range of 300 to /1200 feet. And there's no disadvantage at long range.
Wow.
And it also grants the user true sight of 120 feet while it is strong.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
it's inspired by, you know, like the bow that Legolas got
Yeah.
by Galgiel, whatever.
Yeah, Galadriel before they ruined her. Before Amazon came along and ruined her. Those sons of bitches. Wes, did you know they're rebooting Rings of
Yeah, I saw that.
Dude, how bad does it gotta be to reboot it like 3 weeks after the first season ends? Like, oh.
Wait, they're trying again?
Yeah, they're gonna. Yeah, I don't know. They moved the showrunners to the back burner and got some actual people with TV experience, and yeah, they're gonna try and totally revamp it in the second season.
What the fuck?
Dude,
I mean-
let me tell you something, bro. What trash?
Well, that's fine, but if something's garbage, it goes to the dumpster and burns, and it's never sees the light of day again. But they're like, hold on, that was just strike one. Let's get another shot.
Dude,
For real this time.
Galadriel is like a very powerful elven sorceress. And you know how many times she uses magic in Rings of Power?
I think I saw a clip of her using karate.
Yeah, never.
Get out of jail or whatever.
Never. It's like she hasn't multi-classed into sorcerer yet. Or some stupid shit. It's the most obscene, dude. Oh, I could just go on. I mean, I don't even have to say anything. You could just get on YouTube and there's like thousands of videos about how. I finally understand, Wes, what it's like, how you felt with The Witcher.
Yeah, dude.
I finally understand.
Yep.
They just have the wrong people working on these things, I think. Right? That's got to be the problem. They just have all the wrong people working on it.
Well, I just think that if you can't tell the story to do it justice, why take a beloved character and tarnish the legacy of that character? If you're going to make a story set in a certain universe, why not just create a unique character? You know, like same with The Witcher and Geralt. If you're not going to tell Geralt's story, just pick a different character. You know, there's if the world building is good enough, you know, and you have that to follow, then why continue forward and risk alienating fans with the treatment of a beloved character? It just does not. I don't know. It's character assassination. That's what it is.
I guess, yeah, for fans too, but also, like, it's just got to be good on its own for people who are not, like, I'm not really tuned in. I know it's like elves and magic and battle and all that stuff, and it's just like casuals. Let's call them casuals.
Yeah.
Casuals have to get something out of it too, because it's got to stand on its own. You know, if they don't know the story, well, here's your chance to tell it. And
Sure. Well, you know, I knew it was bad when they secured some of the rights to the Second Age, but not all of them, right? So I don't know. There's just so many things wrong with it. Like, I think they're trying, like, there's a wizard that shows up, and I think they're trying to make him Gandalf, but Gandalf doesn't show up for another 1,500 years. Celebrimbor is supposedly like a master elven smith, and he.
Spoiler.
No,
Spoiler.
it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
No, spoiler. Gandalf is gay.
You know what? He actually is gay in real life.
With Dumbledore.
With Dumbledore. Celebrimbor is like a master elven smith, and he doesn't know anything about alloys from two different metals. Like, he's having trouble forging things in his forge, and a human comes along, and the human's like, what about alloy? And he's like, oh my gosh, that's it. Bro, you're a master smith. You're thousands of years old. Like, what the fuck? And all the elves have short hair, and they look really dumb, and Galadriel's really dumb. She doesn't act like an elf princess, or she doesn't act like an elf warrior that's around for 1,000. She acts like a snobby 20-year-old girl. So you know, I could go on, but I don't want to go on for too much longer. Because Wes hears it every weekend, every Friday.
Hey, man, you got to get that stuff out.
Yeah. I will update the campaign notes tomorrow.
All right, dudes.
All right, homies. I will catch you tomorrow. I had fun. I hope you guys had fun.
Yep. I
Later,
became a-
PDs.
Yep.
See you guys.
Later, dudes.
See you guys.